Bernard, it has nothing to do with about me and Brian being Americans. It has everything to do with you and Perlita and that group of people slaughtering whole families to steal their shit. People who had talents and knew how to do something that maybe would have saved us from having to live in a crap pile. But you guys saw and had to have it first. Just because you want to run a theme through a comic book doesn't mean you're correct, Bernard. It generally can mean that you're deranged and deluded. And that you guys purposely destroyed this community, Colorado, Aurora there, Texas, doing for a fraudulent investigation just so you have an excuse to steal from people. And then what? You go run into Joe and them too and fucking look, Michigan all jacked, everything, all that work trash for no fucking reason. No, all you did it for, Bernard, was to get away with something. Then you found me and Brian or whoever to blame. Like I said, now we know are the ones who cut everybody open, make them shit, all that nasty crap. After you guys stole the shit anyway. So, you know, it's your operation, Bernard, that's failing. Doesn't mean that everybody agreed with you. Now we know who destroyed the water park and all that stuff. Or if it was on its way to being constructed. So, it has nothing to do about being American, Bernard. Because come on, Bernard, you guys write it in your constitution. But yet you're racist? Doesn't make sense to me. Bill of Rights and that stuff. Now we know who basically targeted Kennedys and Rothschilds, Bowmans, and Kennedys. So, you know, Bernard, we find out who are the ones that enter into families and disrupt it when there is order, and not order as in tell everybody what to do, but values that were destroyed. So it's not going to make you famous, Bernard, just because you wanted to just run around and you were spoiled and had all this money to do whatever you wanted to do. So like I said, you kind of find out that Dave and all them make up shit and you guys do carny dumps because you guys were spoiled, stole shit. So it's actually the opposite way around. What you professed my family and what all of us could once do, it's actually you, Bernard, and probably they were the ones that were spoiled. Remember, Bernard, if you're making demands for something or something to be done, sometimes that can leave you in position because you don't know how to do it, not the other way around. So, like I said, now a lot of people get their answers as to who are the ones running around at night and making people sick and all that shit. So, disruption. When you didn't need it at all, Bernard, all you had to do is respect some stuff and that group Picket Street to Make It Street, and it would have worked for everyone. But instead, you guys have to have the show off, so they let him, and it didn't fare too well. So NATO gets their answer, the Navy and all them get their answer. They built it up for you guys and watched you trash it and try to rebuild it. Oops. And so the next person, the next families that are in line, guess what, Bernard? After this is done and over with, they won't make the same mistakes. Ta-da! If you want to be responsible for all the destruction within the last 30-some years, Bernard, if not more, 60-some years or 100 years, but they like to use this area out for, they'll let you, but you won't be a #1 top hero of the world. So again, be careful where you wage wars in a place that you don't want to take the time to observe or to figure out what's going on, Bernard. Because they'll answer all the questions on what really went wrong the entire time. Understand? And why people went missing, What happened with Lockheed, all of it. NASA. Just so a spoiled little fat man could have his way. Or you, Bernard or Perlita. Now, for true rulers of the world, or the earth, or the area, people would expect a different kind of behavior. But it wasn't. You guys just tore shit all up. So, if you're seeking for acceptance, Bernard, there's a way to behave. And then you get an answer as to why the group of you constantly get rejected. Understand? Because the Navy and some of those people already knew.